I thank the Vice President for his intervention. I now give the floor to the Vice President of Uganda. You have the floor, please.
Your Excellency Manuel Lorenzo, President of Angola and Chair of the African Union, Your Excellency Maada, President of Sierra Leone and Coordinator of the C10 and also Chair of this session, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, the Chairperson of the African Union, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. I thank Your Excellency Dr. Julius Maada, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, for convening this 7th summit of the Committee of 10 African Union Heads of State and Government on the reform of the United Nations Security Council at this important time when we mark the 80th anniversary of the United Nations. I also express deep appreciation to Your Excellency Maada as the coordinator of the C10 and the entire leadership of the government of the Republic of Sierra Leone for the unwavering commitment to advancing the common African position on the reform of the United Nations Security Council since its adoption in 2005 and for keeping Africa solidly united. There is no doubt that the C10 has made significant progress in promoting, advocating, and canvassing for the support of the common African position through diplomatic engagements with several relevant stakeholders and interest groups within the intergovernmental negotiation frameworks and other multilateral levels. Uganda remains committed to the mandate given to us by the African Union to promote, advocate, and canvass for support of the common African position on the reform of the United Nations Security Council as stipulated in a Museveni consensus and the SATE declaration. We now need to move the process forward to achieve tangible results. Excellencies, in this regard, I express satisfaction with the African Union model on the reform of the UN Security Council as it aligns with the Museveni consensus and SATE declaration. Africa must be represented in the UN Security Council by not less than 2 permanent seats with equal prerogatives and privileges of the permanent membership and 2 more permanent seats in the non-permanent category. The time is now for the genuine demonstration of the political will by the 5 permanent members on the UN Security Council to consent to the full reform of the Council to make it more inclusive, just, equitable, transparent, responsive, and democratic. We reiterate our demand to rectify the historical injustices against Africa, which should not be perpetuated any longer, and for Africa to be prioritized as a special case for adequate representation on the UN Security Council. We need to step up building the Africa we want in accordance with the vision of the African Union, cohesive, secure, prosperous, united, and speaking with one voice on all aspects of the UN Security Council reform process, thus fostering the maintenance of international peace and security for global development. As I conclude, we remain steadfast in our demand for the immediate full reform of the UN Security Council and for Africa to be adequately represented in both permanent and non-permanent categories in line with the common African position. Any further postponement of the Council's reform process undermines Africa's interests, the maintenance of international peace and security, and global development. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.